us underway. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25.
Ready? 42 spider. 4-2 spider.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Line getting set on second down.
Lasso.
Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Avery. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
There he goes.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Cricket.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Bulls really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down.
Easy.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air, using the quick game. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And the Bulls kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
Here we go.
He's going to run it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll pull it down. He's got him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Pound 55 weak.
Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unleashes one. Catch in the middle, it's Gilliam. He's finally stopped, and not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. That sends a message that this offense is going to attack downfield.
And I like this offense coming out being aggressive, attacking the middle of the field right away. way down the field on this first drive, just letting this defense know we're coming to score points.
Working that left side now. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Play action on 1st down. Right down the middle. Incomplete and miss. He's lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
They'll give it to the back. Into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Got it in the middle. It's Upshaw. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They just keep firing. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They got the job done.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Hey, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20.
Get set.
They'll run the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Under fire. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
You know, you hear the term nickel so much. Most people stay a nickel most of the time because of all the speed in college football and the running quarterback. And you see why it pays dividends. More speed on the field when the QB does take off to go get him on the ground and force a 4th down.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Trying to set up the screen. Still running at the 40. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen.